Misty quietly rests her cheeks against my shoulder. The sensation of her soft skin causes me to flinch. She feels very much different compared to this morning. It feels as if I'm carrying a real person on my back, instead of a robot. I start to wonder what could be causing this difference in perception. Was it just a placebo effect? Or had something really changed since this morning? If something really did change, was it me? Or the robot? I continue to ponder over the question on the way home. I never managed to come up with an answer. What the fuck? Oh, I need a moment. Oh, I need a moment. Oh my god. This is getting good. There were a lot of good reviews for this game, man. There were a lot of really good reviews for this fucking game. But I didn't expect this. This is fantastic. I'm gonna read this again just to make sure. Robot may not injure a human being or throughout an action allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given to it by the one possessing control or authority, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. The robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Why does that keep repeating, though? Is there some importance to that? October 13th. You, or me. I unlock the front door and enter the house. Unlike usual, I could sense someone's presence inside. I hear a couple of voices coming from the television inside the living room. My father appears to have returned home early. It makes me feel uneasy. I effortlessly remove my shoes using only my feet. Come to think of it, I was always home alone. It's been this way ever since I'd grown old enough to take care of myself. Before that, we used to have a housekeeper watching over the place. However, that was only until I began middle school. From then on, I was always by myself. I would eat breakfast alone. I would eat dinner alone. The cycle would repeat endlessly. I don't even remember the last time all of us ate dinner together as a family. There's no such thing as home-cooked meal in this house. A home-cooked meal in this house. I've eaten so many different kinds of instant foods in my life that I've come to memorize every product of every brand. My father puts his work before family, and my new mother follows my father everywhere to support him while practically ignoring me. That is my family. At this point, it feels out of place to see someone actually at home. My father is on the couch watching television. You're back. He doesn't even turn around to face me. It implies that he's not in a good mood. Yes, Father. You're very late. I checked the time. It wasn't actually that late. There are times when I'd be back much later. I wonder if this man even knows how old I am. Where have you been wandering around for so long? Don't you know that you'll be in college soon? I don't bother replying. Says the guy who never paid any attention to me. I think to myself, I don't get along too well with my father. Our relationship compares badly with other families. But that is to be expected. We've never spent much quality time together. Going to the zoo or playing soccer together, I don't have any of those fond memories that other kids my age probably have. My earliest memories of my father's stern face are of my father's stern face. So it'd be even more bizarre if we actually got along. As I stand in silence, the old man launches his next attack. Are you not listening to me? He still doesn't bother looking at me. I've gotten used to minding my own business. We keep to our own devices. To solve any conflicts with the family, you would normally need to sit down together and talk about it. My father doesn't think there's any need for that. He thinks everything is fine the way it is. It'd Be really painful to talk face to face with that man, though. I just stopped by somewhere on the way home. Yeah, I'll just deal with our usual exchange. As long as I don't make him angry, that's good enough for me. I just need to maintain the peace between us. It's always been this way. As usual, I try my best not to rock the boat. I don't know what you kids are up to these days, but remember that students like you should be studying. I'm saying this for your sake. So stop hanging around with those brats who only care about having fun. You can't afford to lose sight of your main goal. Stay focused. I'll be going to my room now. With that said, I try to make my escape. Our conversation would usually end about there. But Lucy, who's been silent this whole time, decides to whisper something into my ear.
失礼ですが、マスター。あの方はマスターのお父様ですか?
I hesitate whether I should tell her or not. In the end, I quietly whisper back, Yeah. Lucy taps my shoulders.
マスター、もう下ろしてください。
Oh no. I have no choice but to grant her wish. Maybe Lucy's voice had caught him by surprise. Because my father finally turned to face me. He's wearing a bewildered look. Who's your guest? With a wide smile, Lucy grabs onto the edges of her skirt. And she performs a flawless curtsy that would make a princess envious.
はじめまして、お父様。多目的用途として作られたアンドロイド、ルーシー・バレンタインと申します。今日からこちらのお世話になることになりましたので、何卒よろしくお願いいたします。
What? It's just a robot. His attitude changes completely. The sharpness in his voice penetrates every part of my body, but Lucy doesn't seem to notice. Or rather, she's pretending not to. She continues with a smile.
掃除、洗濯、料理、何でもお任せください。ルーシーは一般家庭における多くの家事をプロ並みにこなすことができます。
I'm sorry, but there's nothing we need from a robot in this family. I suggest that you look for somewhere else to stay.
申し訳ございませんが、お父様。ルーシーにできることは数えきれないくらいありますよ。
Uh-oh. This is not looking good. Meanwhile, Lucy continues to ramble on, completely oblivious to what is about to happen.
先ほど申し上げた以外にも、お父様が心配なさっている、もちろん素晴らしい教師の教育法を厳選して参考にしています。
She's talking as if she's about to become my personal tutor.
それ以外にも優秀な機能はたくさんあります。お裁縫や不自由のない暮らしのための家政婦の仕事など。
Just where did you get this piece of junk? Get it out of my sight. His angry outburst is as sudden as it is intense. It catches Lucy off guard. She stumbles backwards in alarm. No surprises here. I saw all this coming from a mile away. It's a present from a friend. I lie instinctively. If I honestly tell him that I'd found her in the trash, he'd definitely force me to take her back there. I'll just say that I got her from Dr. Gears. My father knows his manners. There's no way he'll make me throw away a present. Really, you haven't stopped being a troublemaker since you were little. What have I always told you? Robots are ruining society. Did you forget about all that? My father has always been like this. Robots are becoming increasingly more common. They're gradually making their way into our daily lives, but my parents consider them as intruders infiltrating human society. They're unable to catch up with the shifts in technology whilst they refuse to let go of their traditional ways. They simply refuse to coexist with robots. Thanks to that, I grew up hearing nothing but bad things about robots. But what's wrong with keeping one around our house? What's wrong, you ask? I've read that most families own androids nowadays. Why can't we just keep one around for convenience? Or why can't... Sorry, I was reading that as his. Why can't we just keep one around for convenience? I've clearly just added fuel to the fire. Convenience? Think about the type of people that care about convenience. Convenience makes us lazy. And when we're lazy, our minds don't work properly. Convenience makes our minds weak. It's obvious how they'll live the rest of their lives. Without realizing that they're hopelessly lazy, they'll just end up living a meaningless existence. already lost count of how many times I've heard this from him. Today's lecture is variant B. Goes from A to Z, by the way. I'm so sick of this. I just want to wrap up this conversation so I can leave as soon as possible. Anyway, I've accepted it already, so we should keep it. I'm the one who's going to be using it, so why do you care? And who's the one going to be paying for the electricity? Who taught you to be so selfish? I'm starting to reach my limit. Come on, I just want to leave. Then I'll pay for it. I can get a part-time job. A job? You're going to get a job? You're going to work when you should be studying? Yes. Do you even realize how important this phase of your life is? These years in high school could decide the rest of your future. With whose permission are you planning to work? Kids like you should be studying. Just keep your mouth shut and study. Or study, sorry, I saw stud for some reason. Well, I'll pay you back when I grow up, so just leave me alone, damn it. I scream at the top of my lungs. His eyes widen in shock. That was to be expected. I've never raised my voice in front of my parents before. You can't do this. You can't do that. Then just what the heck do you expect me to do? I'm so furious that I can almost feel steam rising from my head. At the same time, my father's eyes quickly narrow and begin to burn with rage. Time slows down, and I'm left struggling to process what just happened. I stand in place, holding my sore cheeks as I stare at my father in shock. Not knowing what to do, Lucy is fidgeting nonstop. Just where did you learn to be so stubborn? I never raised you this way. Shocked and humiliated, I can no longer calm my fiery soul. I turn around and stomp towards my room. I pull Lucy along with me. Hesitating, Lucy eventually makes a short bow to my father and trails along. Behind me, I hear my father yelling, but I shut it all out as my blind rage is nearly overpowering. I mean, he is a dick, so that's all I got, though. Entering my room, I lock the door behind me. I hear my father yelling as he continues banging on my door for a while. I'm not sure how many minutes have gone by. It feels like an eternity. Even if I block my ears, I can still sense the floor shaking. I curl up my body and wait for the moment to pass. The clock slowly ticks away. After a long while, I uncover my ears. The noises have stopped, and I finally begin to relax. As my head eventually clears up, I realize what I've done. I'd finally lost control. I've yelled at my father for the first time in my life. It's been a while since the last time I was hit by my father. It was like the rupturing of a dam after so much pressure and strain. Thinking back, it's strange that we've never had any direct confrontations like this one. Our relationship was like an unstable bomb, but I'd always managed to prevent it from going off. But today was different. Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later. I try to slow down my breathing.
Master?
Lucy calls out to me cautiously. What is it? I wonder what she means by all right. Nothing's all right, but I know what she meant, so I give a small nod anyway. With a wet handkerchief from who knows where, Lucy wipes down my sweaty forehead. The fruity smell of her perfume is surprisingly calming.
気に障ったら申し訳ございませんが、マスター。
What is it?
お父様にあんな言い方は良くないと思います。
My face quickly becomes contorted with anger. What the heck? Are you also telling me that I'm a bad person? Lucy shakes her head.
悪いとは言っていません。でも、 お父様と話すときはもう少し優しく言った方がいいと思います。家族ではないですか。きっと心の中では傷ついていると思いますよ。
Oh, you don't think that I'm bad, huh? When you're the one telling me that it's my fault entirely? I was the one hurt, and he was the one who hurt me. My head is aching, so just drop it over and leave me alone. Lucy, who had been squirming about, goes completely still. Both her eyes suddenly lose their color. After a while, she springs back to life.
しかしマスター、メモリーチップに記録された通常の家庭問題を検索してみた結果、家庭不和を招くと思われる会話類型の中に、マスターとお父様の間に起こったパターンと似た家庭が多数検出されました。
What are you talking about?
論理的に考えると、マスターの行動は二次問題を招く可能性があります。この問題を解決するためには、まずはマスターが過ちを認め、お父様に謝罪を。
Shut up. Explanations don't even make sense and you're calling it logical? You wouldn't understand the thing anyway.
はい。ルーシーが見たのは何かと言いますと？
What can you possibly tell from watching us for just 5 minutes? What did you exactly find out about us? How can you say something so ignorant without knowing anything about the past 18 years we've spent together? The android tilts its head, looking confused. Answer this. How many minutes are there in a day?
1440分です。
How many in a year?
52万5600分です。
And what about 18 years?
946万800分です。
As expected from a robot, her calculations are quick and accurate. That's right. Out of the, I don't even know that, minutes I've spent with my father, you've only seen 5. That's less than whatever that, an insignificant amount. It's my fault that you've had to witness something like this. But that man is always finding the smallest excuses to teach me things that only he himself believes. Think of it as throwing out an entire pan of pizza because of a single burnt piece of pepperoni. Where's the logic in that? Lucy's eyes lose their focus. Just like before. Could she be looking up something inside her memory chip again? Or maybe she's doing a search online. She returns after a moment.
申し訳ございません、マスター。先ほどおっしゃった意図をルーシーは完璧に理解できませんでした。
I figured as much. Cause and effect. The universe operates on this principle. If a father neglects his son, then of course the son would neglect his father in return. Who's a bigger fault here?
でもマスター。
What?
おっしゃったピザは一切れのペパロニを交換すれば完璧なピザになると思います。
How much longer can I argue with this smiling, carefree robot? I lay down on my bed while hugging my throbbing head. Then I let out one of my trademark phrases. This is why I hate robots, they're all so stupid. Lucy appears to be brooding over something. After a while, she finally speaks up again.
マスター、問題解決のためにはやはりどちらかが謝るべきだと思います。
Then why should I be the one apologizing? I'm not the bad guy here.
マスターが悪くなくても先に謝ればいいと思います。
Not gonna happen. Shouldn't the old guy be more mature and understanding? I'm a high school student. I do stuff on impulse. Do you get what I mean by that?
オートバイに乗り失踪しながら窓ガラスを割っていく。そんな時期のことですよね。
Kind of exaggerated, but as long as she gets my point. Yeah. I'm one of those kids these days that the adults are always going on about. It's natural that I'd have trouble controlling my emotions. So don't expect much from me. To be honest, I do think that I'm way more mature than other kids my age. All this is all irrelevant, though. I'm sure anyone would take their family matters very seriously.
でも、お父様も謝るのは簡単ではないはずです。
How do you know?
そのような性格だからです。
You've learned so much from meeting him for just a few minutes. Really impressive, I tell you.
時間の長さは関係ありません。ルーシーの中には膨大な類似情報が蓄積されているのです。ルーシーが持っているいくつかのソースによると。
Sources? What kind of sources? Wikipedia, Reddit, 4chan? During my outburst, Lucy continues.
記録されているお父様の行動パターンおよび声質を精密に分析した結果、お父様は義務感があり、その反面とても真面目で頑固な性格の典型的な亭主関白でいらっしゃいます。すべての感情を抑えることが家庭にとっての美徳だと思っておられます。
Okay, and?
普段の習慣はすぐには直せません。先にマスターが声をかけるべきだと思います。
By the way,
はい。
if you want me to make up with my father, that means I'll have to throw you out. He's not the type of person to make any compromises. Have you even realized this? I guess not.
どうしましょう。追い出されたらとっても困ります。
Don't ask me. Why don't you think before you talk next time? I shake my head. The reason behind this mess of conversation is the fact that I'm talking to a robot. Sometimes I forget that she's a robot in the first place. Sometimes it's reversed, where I end up deliberately pointing out her flaws as a robot. And then everything in my head gets mixed up. This robot really knows how to stress people out. Well, that was an entire fucking scenario? Alright. Jeez. May 11th. Doctor. I was like, we just passed a lot of time, man. Alright, we're back to the doctor. I'm actually gonna end off here. I hope you guys enjoyed. But for now... I've been going for actually over an hour, so fantastic. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, please let me know, and I'll play a lot more of this game. I felt like an impulse to play it, so I decided why not, right? But yeah, my name is Abyssle. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out and all that shit. Boop! Also, I'm really starting to like this game. It's really cool. Anyway, bye!